I want to learn how to sew, bro. You know how many of these things I make out of all different type of fabric?
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm honored to be a part of this Blaze Virtual Summit because I know there's a whole network full of amazing women out there. And I wanted to touch on the concept of Web3. It's something that's greatly impacted my life, so I'm glad to be sharing some basic concepts with you today. My name is Alana Whitaker. I go by Afro Butterfly, and I'll get to my contact information a little bit later. But today, I want to ask you a few questions. So, have you heard of Web3 before? Maybe you've heard about it, you don't know what it is, you're curious about it, you're scared of it. Let's stop all that. There's no need to be afraid of it because you're already using it, whether you know that or not. So let's get into it. Do you engage on social media at all? I know I do. How about, do you plan on owning a business, or do you own a business? Food for thought. If customers wanted to pay you right now in crypto, could you receive it right now? Like you're not scrambling around trying to figure out how to receive it. You know how to receive it right now. If you're good to go, then hey, you're out here in the ecosystem with me. If not, got something to think about. And do you know how to claim your business name on this new version of the internet that we're dealing with before someone else takes your business name on the internet? We all know how valuable it is to have a personal URL. We know how valuable it is to claim your name on these different social medias, but it's just as important to get involved and claim your name on Web3. So, if you said no to any of those questions, this is a growth opportunity. Don't feel bad, don't feel left out. You're at the ground level of entry right now. You're exactly where you need to be. As long as you're open and receptive to the information, hopefully I can help you today and you can walk away with some valuable information. So if you do want to connect with me, take a second, scan this QR code. This is my Instagram. I'd be very honored if you take a minute to follow me. I update on Web3 tutorials and how to get funding inside of the Web3 space. So if you want to connect with me, here's your chance. Additionally, I am co-founder of Digital Green Book. We are a Web3 education technology business. We're proud to be endorsed by NASDAQ and the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce. So follow us on IG here as well. If you follow us here, you can have continuing classes in the Web3 space and job opportunities in the Web3 space. So plug in and you're like, okay, Ann, I keep hearing Web3. What's so important about it? The power of Web3 allowed me to retire from nursing. I was a traveling ICU nurse for 13 years. Learning about this technology and actively applying it in my life allowed me to exceed my travel nursing income. And now this is what I teach full time. So what is Web3? You're like, okay, lady, it's so great. It changed your life. It's all around us. What the heck is this thing? Well, simply put, Web3 is a new version of the internet that you may be used to, but it's a better version of the internet. And you're like, okay, why is it a better version of the internet? Well, there's two main differences between the internet that you're used to and the internet that's happening around you right now. The first one that you should be concerned with is your privacy. Literally, I'm sure any of you have gone to a website that's asked you about cookies and asked you about permission to track you. You might get advertisements popped up. Those are all Web2 initiatives because consumers, big box businesses, they want to know your data. They want to know everything about you so they can market to you better. I'm sure all of us have an Amazon cart that's way too full right now, but I digress. With Web3, however, businesses have to pay to advertise to you because you're using platforms that protect your identity and you have to opt in order to get those sort of advertisements. Win for you. And you get to dictate how much of your time you see with those advertisements. The second most important difference between the internet that you know and the internet that we're deeply heading into now is ownership. Ownership is the most important concept of Web3 in my personal opinion. Literally now, all the traditional things that you know, from banking to getting loans, getting hit with overdraft fees, or having to go through a third party just to get different things done for yourself, throw all that out the window. With Web3, you're in control. I know that sounds very whimsical and altruistic, but it's true. And that's why you hear so much about it in the news, because they're trying to stop it before people figure out how to empower themselves. And I can tell you now, it's worth learning. Anything that you're hearing about on the news is worth looking deeper into. So, this is just a brief infographic. Read over some of these things. A lot of these things may look familiar to you. Web 1 was the old school internet. If you ever had a MySpace page or a Zanga page, you ever played with codes. I remember when I embedded Ciara's O on my Zanga page, my page was popping, all the way to what we're used to right now. Web 2, do you use apps on your phone? Do you play games? Have you ever ordered packages to come to your house? Do you remember when the internet got more personal? That's the internet that you're aware of now. But Web 3, if you've ever heard of the metaverse, if you've ever heard of a wallet, decentralization, these terms may be foreign to you, but hopefully I can give you some clarity today. We actually are using Web3 now. One perfect example, if you happen to have ever set up a website before and you automate data going from one place to another, automation is a Web3 concept. So if you've ever used something like Zapier, or you sent something to MailChimp so it could collect data for you and disperse it in another way, you're already using Web3 and you didn't even know it. So I know there's a lot to learn in Web3, but so we don't get overwhelmed today, let's just focus on one or two concepts, okay? My goal for you today are two things. One, you learn how to browse the web privately without your data being tracked. I think that's the most important thing. For me, if I'm on the internet, whether I'm looking up sensitive information regarding my taxes, my social security, I want to be able to do those things in privacy and not have someone possibly tracking me. Or whether I just want to be on the internet and not have people log in my IP address. That's important. And the second thing, I'm going to do a brief tutorial on you on how to create your own NFT. You may have heard of the term NFT before and you may not know what it is, but I'll go deeper into that and show you how to make your own today. It's actually pretty quick and easy. So I'm just going to cover a few brief websites and items that you're going to need to use to be able to participate today. First, we have the MetaMask wallet. This is just a type of wallet that you can use to store digital currency, or you can use it without putting any money in it to explore Web3 websites. Next up, if you've ever used a browser like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Firefox, we're going to switch you over to a free Web3 browser. This allows you to browse the internet in privacy and earn crypto while you're doing that. And also you can opt in whether or not you're going to be advertised to on the internet. Next up, I highly recommend that you get a Proton Mail. Proton Mail is a free email which is built on blockchain and Web3 technology. We'll go deeper into what those words mean, but Proton Mail is definitely the email that I choose to use. Next up, if you're going to get into the portion where you want to create an NFT, Canva is a great free website that you can use where you can make your own custom images. And last but not least, if you want to get into making an NFT, OpenSea is where I'll be doing the demonstration today. OpenSea is the world's largest NFT marketplace where you can go buy, sell, trade, and exchange NFTs. Okay, so get ready. Now, with all those things I just listed, since you're going to be taking in a lot of information, going to some new websites you've never gone to before, you might want to get a piece of paper and write down each of these things. You'll encounter a lot of new words and terms. You'll be creating new passwords. So go ahead and get a sheet of paper so you can get ready to store all of that information. So, and the other point I want to make is for you to not screenshot or electronically store any of these words. Since our devices are prone to hacking or people getting in and out of things, it's best if you write down these very sensitive passwords and store them securely by hand on paper. Okay? So one of the books that I use, because people ask me about this all the time, to securely store my seed phrases and my special passwords, I use a stone book by Shieldfolio. I actually secured a discount code for y'all today if you want to use this book. I personally met the creator of this book. It's a water resistant, fire resistant, tear proof, military grade book where you can store your seed phrases. And the pen that it comes with is called the Ghost Pen. It's literally invisible ink, so that even if someone opened up your book, they wouldn't be able to see your seed phrases unless they knew to use a special light on the back. So when you get to checkout, after you put a Ghost Pen and a stone book in your checkout bin, if you use the code Afro Butterfly, that'll take 20% off for you. Okay, so we're going to go over some glossary, and then we're going to go make our NFT. So some terms that you may hear around this space that you feel like they may confuse you, but you know what they are. Blockchain. Think of this as the DNA of the Web3 space. Blockchain is a digital record of any transaction that's done on that particular network. Any transactions that occur, they exist across multiple networks and they're documented, and you can go back and look at them at any time. So it's this open, transparent network of transactions. So it decreases fraud, it decreases people hiding things. Blockchain technology has really revolutionized how we're able to take ownership over our own work inside of this space. Imagine back in the day, there was a young Black man who invented the light bulb, but instead Thomas Edison got the credit for that. What if we could look back on the blockchain and see who actually made it? So, and the other cool thing about blockchain, each time a documented transaction happens, it's a permanent record that occurs. You can't edit or modify these transactions. And there's multiple types of blockchains. I do want to specify that because there's multiple different networks, but each blockchain functions pretty similarly. Next up, another word that you're going to hear is wallet. You heard me mention wallets earlier. So there's multiple types of wallets. There's hundreds of wallets. Just like there's different blockchains, there's different wallets. Sort of think of it like cars. There's different makes and models of cars all over the place. But most wallets allow you to store most cryptos in them, but sometimes you may need a special wallet to store something special or do something unique. The wallet, again, that I'll be using today is the MetaMask wallet, and I'll show you where to get that. Another term that you're going to hear me say a lot is privacy. Again, the main reason we're switching from the way you know how to use the internet into Web3 is that you want to stop having your cookies tracked and you want to get paid to be advertised to, among other things. Another term that you're going to hear that you've heard me say already is NFT. That just stands for non-fungible token. Fungibility is the ability of something to be broken down. So imagine a $20 bill. A $20 bill can be broken down in a 10 and 2 5s, or 4 5s, or 21s, or 20,000 pennies. Don't do that. But fungibility just means something can be broken down. So non-fungible means something that cannot be broken down. You're non-fungible. There's no one else that's like you that exists in this world. You are non-fungible. So when we're talking about a non-fungible token, it's a unique piece of art or music or something else that exists online on the blockchain, and it has a unique code attached to it. They're so easy to make now that you can make an NFT, and I'm going to show you how to make one. The cool thing about NFTs is that there's multiple different types, but today specifically, I'm going to cover utility NFTs. This means NFTs that do something for you. You may have heard the buzz around NFTs because you may have heard some of these pieces of art going for hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that usually happens when there's a really strong community behind that artist and everyone's buying into their art. Imagine, what if Beyonce created an NFT and sold it? Exactly. So NFTs usually sell for a lot of money if it has a strong community behind it. But imagine if you have like a small meetup group, or you have a regional group of important people and they create their own NFT. If everyone in the group agrees that we need to buy this NFT and only people who have this NFT can come to the meeting, you've just made a utility NFT. That's a specific use for that NFT. There's hundreds of uses that you can assign to NFTs as well. So I'm going to show you how to make one. And the last term I want to go over is a DAO. So there's a few DAOs that I'm associated with. DAOs are just decentralized, autonomous organizations. This means a group of people who met up, they have a similar vision, a similar mission in mind, and it's a true democracy. They come together and they vote on things getting done. Some of the ways that you prove that you belong to a DAO is by owning an NFT sometimes, or by having a special Discord or a Telegram group. But the point is, it's about community. It's a special group of people who meet together, and they may have an NFT required for access. So those are all the terms that we're going to go over today, but these are the most common words that you'll hear surrounding the Web3 space: blockchain, wallet, privacy, NFTs, and DAOs. Okay, so let's get into it. And just to remind you, one of the things that you may want to do when you get started creating an NFT, you're going to want a Proton mail. So if you have a Gmail, a Yahoo mail, or any other kind of mail, this is just like that. Only it's built on blockchain technology. It's much more secure. Proton is a company that's based out of Switzerland, and that's where all of its servers are. I've been using Proton Mail for about 4 years. I've switched all my banking apps, everything over to Proton Mail. I rarely use Gmail or any of those alternative mails anymore. I'm mentioning this first, so as you get prepared to create an NFT, I want you to do it correctly from start to finish. The reason why you're going to want a Proton email as you go through this creation process is because you're going to get emailed receipts or transactions or things of that nature. So instead of having it come to your Gmail, which could be hacked or broken into, it would be safest to go ahead and have a Proton mail. So it's super easy to sign up. If you're new to Proton, just create a new account. Again, it's completely free. So go ahead and make a Proton email, write those passwords and seed phrases down, possibly put them in your stone book, and then let's go to the next tab. And the reason why I'm bringing up the browser again is whatever browser you're using, be it Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or what have you, that the wallet that you use will be attached to that browser. So for example, you see these cute little icons up here. These are all different types of Web3 wallets that I have. I have a MetaMask, a Phantom wallet, a Polkadot wallet, a Terra wallet. I do a lot of different Web3 interactions, and whatever browser you decide to use, that's what your wallet will be attached to. So say you start out using Google Chrome and then you want to move over to Brave, you can do that, but you'll need to put those special phrases in again and transfer it over. So instead of having to do all that, I just recommend downloading the Brave browser from the get-go. And again, I'm choosing it because it's one of the safest ones. It's private, it protects your IP addresses, and it allows you to do Web3 transactions seamlessly. So go ahead and install your Brave browser. You can get that from brave.com. And once you've done that, then you're ready to go as well. Oh, the other cool thing about Brave is anytime that you open up a new Brave tab, and once you do connect a wallet, over here, just for using the browser, you can get paid in basic attention token. So as you use the wallet, you're earning cryptocurrency. And then down in the customization section, that's where you can opt in or opt out of getting paid to watch advertisements. Because right now they can't track your IP address. They don't know who you are. So if you want to get paid for advertisements, that's down in the customization section. So I don't want to go through this because I do have some private information down in there, but we can definitely go over that a little bit at the end. Okay, the other thing that you're going to need is a MetaMask. You can get that from metamask.io. So you're going to come over here and hit download once you're on metamask.io. And then it's going to ask you which browser are you using, or if you're using it on your phone as well. And it tells you which browsers it supports. Once you've downloaded it and installed it, if you don't see the little fox face sitting up here, you can click on this puzzle piece and just hit the push pin. That's what hides or shows the different wallets. Okay. And what that looks like. Yep. Whenever you come in here, it says protect your funds. Your secret recovery phrase, that's those special words I told you about, helps you recover your account. So make sure that you write them down securely and store them. So I have a wallet here that I've already primed for us today. I have some funds sitting in it. But as you do different transactions and things, you can fund your wallet through here as well if you want to buy cryptocurrencies or send cryptocurrencies to this wallet, say if you have crypto sitting somewhere else. Okay. Once you have your Brave wallet, the other thing you're going to need if you're going to make your NFT is Canva. So once you're on Canva and you hit create a design, you're just going to come over here and choose what size document you want. You can just click on logo and that'll be a good enough size for you to make your NFT. So you can come over here and either upload an image that you already have. So if I want to come to uploads, I make a ton of different things in here. So I'm gonna just hit upload files. And let's choose my random picture off of my desktop. Open. So while that's loading, boom. There we go. We're going to turn me into an NFT today. So I got a random picture, size it up nicely, and you would just simply save this and download it to your desktop. And you can name it whatever you want to. If you already have a pre-existing picture, you can skip this step if you already have a picture ready to go. But in case you didn't have a picture and you wanted to like size it up and make it nice, this is where you would do that at. Okay, so by now you should have created a Proton email so that as you're logging into these different things, you have a nice secure email to use. You should have downloaded your Brave browser. You should have gone to metamask.io, metamask.io, and downloaded your first Web3 wallet, which is MetaMask. Then you came over to your puzzle piece and you pushed a little push pin so you could see it sitting up here. If you needed to, if you don't have a pre-existing picture that you want to use as an NFT, you can go to Canva and make a really fancy image and download that to your computer. Just put it on your desktop so it's easy for you to grab. And then you'll go to OpenSea. Again, that website is OpenSea.io. So now what you're going to do, you're going to click this little wallet icon that's sitting up here, and it's going to ask you to connect. So I have a MetaMask. As you see, this is one of the most popular Web3 wallets. So I'm just going to click that and it's going to connect to my wallet. So it's already connected to my Web3 wallet sitting here. Let me click this so you can see. Oops. And don't click too many times or it might pop up faster than what you can catch. So just click once. So here we go. I think I'm in. Oh, it's reading the combined balance, because I have different, you can create multiple wallets inside of your MetaMask as well. So yep, it's reading this wallet because I have different funds in here. So you see this here, Ethereum, $87.64. If I look inside of my MetaMask, I have $87.60, roughly 64 cents of ETH sitting there, because it fluctuates second by second. So it takes little snapshots to read the price as it fluctuates. So it's reading the funds that's in my wallet right now. Okay, so once you've connected your wallet, say you don't have any money in there, that's perfectly fine. You're going to click on create, because you actually don't need any funds in here to create. You only need funds in here to purchase. So when you click create, you should get a pop-up window from your MetaMask. If you don't see a pop-up window, you may need to take your shields down or your pop-up blockers off. But like I have mine up right now and I still can get my pop-up. So you just have to probably look around. If you like, when you do have a pop-up request, if you see like a little blue square with a number on it, that means you need to click on this little image to get the pop-up to come up. So it's just asking for a signature request. It's saying, do you want to connect your wallet to this website? And I'm going to say yes. So you're going to click sign. So now it's reading my wallet. So then it'll bring you over to this page. At this point, just recapping, you have a Proton email that you want to use. You're using your Brave browser. You have an image that you want to use as your NFT or maybe even a video. And then you have your MetaMask wallet ready to go. So even here it's telling you, what would you like to upload? You see the different formats that it can take. It can take a video, it can take a song, it can take a lot of different formats. And the largest size you see that it'll take is 100 megabytes. So you can put a pretty large image or video on here. So you're going to just click that. And I'm going to choose, again, my picture off of my desktop. I'm going to hit open. I'm going to let that upload. So I'm going to be my own NFT today. It's pretty cool. Item name, I want to call it Afro Butterfly NFT. And if there's a link or a website that you already have that you wanted to go to, then you can go ahead and put that in now. I do happen to have a bio website, my speaker's bio, so I'll just put afrobutterfly.info is my website. And then description, I want to say, so since this is a utility NFT, you can decide to describe what the NFT does for someone here. I want to say this holding this NFT will give you 20% off to any events or conferences that I host. Let me make sure I spell everything correctly. And if you've made multiple NFTs, then of course you can select like which collection and everything is going into. But if it's your first one, you can skip over this part. And then you can say of that same image, you get to choose how many instances of that picture. If you just want one, then it'll just make one. If you say you want 300 of these, then what'll happen is it'll put serial numbers on each of them. So the first one will be 001. The second one will be 002. The 300th one will be 300. So it'll automatically do that portion for you. So let's say I'm gonna make 10. I'm gonna make 10 Afro Butterfly NFTs. You get to choose what blockchain it goes on to. The default is typically Ethereum. That's one of the most popular blockchains to use, but you can come in here if you want to work with a different blockchain or choose a different blockchain, then you can do that. And remember, a blockchain is just a network. It's like the DNA. Everyone has different DNA, so there's multiple different blockchains. But one of the most popular ones are Ethereum, so that's the one I'm gonna use today. Another really popular one is Polygon, but I'm gonna use Ethereum. And then from there, you hit create. Okay, it's going to ask you to like make sure you're not a robot. I'm sure you've done these crosswalks, traffic lights, all that. So it's verifying. And it was that fast. I've created Afro Butterfly NFT. Now, again, what would make your NFT really sell is if you have a community. So if I had a community, if I was Beyonce, I would drop this to the Beehive and be like, hey, there's only 10 of these. Go ahead and buy them. Go ahead and buy them. So you get a unique link. You can either copy that link or share it to wherever you want to set it at. And then as it is now, I have a unique collection number. That's the collection number of the NFT that I've just created. If I want to set the price, then you'll go ahead and set the price now. So you'll come up here and hit sell. As you can see earlier, I made 10 of them. So there's 10 available. And price per unit. So based on the blockchain that you selected earlier, it's going to tell you what your options for payment are. I selected the Ethereum blockchain. So pretty much Ethereum tokens are what I can pay in, either Ethereum or wrapped Ethereum. But all you need to worry about is Ethereum because I selected the Ethereum blockchain. The price, if I want to, I can make this a $200, not 200 ETH. Oh my God. Let's see, I think 0.08. 0.15. There we go. About $200. If I want to charge $200 for my NFT, and owning this for life would give you 20% off of every conference that I had from now until the end of time. Whoever holds go. 10 select people who buy this NFT can get 20% off from now until the end of time. That's the price I can set it for. I can also say how long I want my NFT to be on sale in the market as well. So I think the max time that you can put is 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, about 6 months out, or you can do it each month. You can come and create a new custom NFT or NFTs that have not sold by the end of that selling time. You can put those back on the market and sell them. So for me, I'm gonna just leave it at the default month. Today's November 1st. I'm gonna sell it. It's on sale from November 1st to December 1st. I'm comfortable with that. You can even get in here and set the time if you wanted to. Okay. Oops. I clicked out of that screen too quickly, pardon me. There we go, about $200, 1 month time. So today, to create my NFT, it's free. The only time any fees or prices or anything will occur is when someone buys it. So I can say complete listing of no charge to me. So it's just asking me to confirm that that's the price that I want to set my NFT at. So that's what this pop-up is over here. It's saying, hey, is this what you want to do? That's all the blockchain and the special code. And you're going to say, yes, sign. My item has been listed. So this NFT that I just created, which took less than 3 minutes to make, and I have a collection of 10 of them, it's on sale for $200 right now. So it's just that simple. So I really think there's a lot of utility in groups who, if you have a large community or a large following, go ahead and start making utility NFTs. So don't just make a pretty piece of art, but actually put some parameters behind it. So say you have a Telegram group with 500 really active people in it, make an NFT for 300 people, 300 instances of the NFT, and then set your price, whatever price you think is appropriate that your group would actually pay for, and say, you list the parameters of what will occur. And then the ways you can follow up on that is, okay, you tell me the serial number you have, that's how I can verify you, your wallet, all those things, and you'll get whatever perks I've attached to it. So for example, I'll show you my other NFT that I've had on sale. Boom. So I have Digital Green Book NFT. I have a cohort of students right now, and 2 of them purchased it. And I think I had this NFT on sale for like $100. And I can see the transactions of people who've purchased them. And some of the perks that came from purchasing this NFT prior to class, they got a free pair of Bitcoin earrings because I sell jewelry. They got 25% off of any course. So they got 25% off of the course that I'm teaching now. So $100 NFT already has gotten them $380 in savings. So you can really incentivize it for people to purchase your NFT. Also, any events that I hold in the future, both people who bought my NFT that I only created a couple of days ago, they get 20% off of any in-person meetups for life. So like I'm hosting an event in March, both of these people will get 20% off of that ticket price in March. And the way I can verify that is they give me the serial number off of the NFT. It's just that simple. All right. So why stay connected? It's because I provide pathways. I am rapidly upskilling people from how they know how to use the internet now into this digital future. Even if this concept seemed very involved, hopefully I broke it down enough where you can understand, like, hey, something's happening here and I need to understand what's going on. Whether you choose to get involved with Web3 or not, Web3 is going to happen. And as we know, the job landscape is truly changing. When the whole work from home revolution happened at the beginning of the pandemic, people needed to look for new ways to upskill. Getting involved in Web3 is not just knowing how to code or knowing a specific coding language. While those are great and those are helpful, there's 10 million other things you can do inside of the Web3 space. So some topics that I regularly cover: how do I actually get involved in Web3? What are some real world transactions that I can make? What are some skills that I can obtain and do inside of the web space as we know it now, and in the Web3 space, and the different conferences and community events that I go to. I've been to about 52 conferences this year. So again, you can find us on YouTube, Digital Green Book. We have tutorials and walkthroughs on over 25 different ways to do Web3 transactions on there right now. You can also connect with us on our business LinkedIn at Digital Green Book. We hold webinars and live classes on our LinkedIn as well. And again, this is my IG. If you want more tutorials or ways to get funding, here's how you can connect. Hopefully I can help you. A couple of classes I'll be covering in March. I'm doing a deep intensive with my co-founder, Jalicia. So we go into a deep orientation of Web3, what decentralization really means, showing you exactly how permissionless Web3 can be. We go over tokenomics. So that's some of these topics over here. Why does a crypto cost how much that crypto costs? Why does money move the way that it moves? A some of the events that I host frequently are in-person metaverse meetups. You can join from the comfort of your own home, but we specifically cover the metaverse because this is the new way that people are connecting people to their realities from across the world. We've had metaverse technology around for a long time, but I really want to show you how to capitalize and get involved in using that and curating your own spaces. NFTs we just covered today, and I showed you how to make one today. Again, all you need is a wallet, a secure email, an image that you want to use, and a Web3 wallet. And you didn't even need any money to create that today. You can create your NFT for free. Once you have a community behind you, you can start selling your NFT and make profits. I already sold 2 within a 2-day span and made $200. Additionally, I cover identity in Web3. We touched on that at the beginning of this presentation. So I'll go and show you what my ENS domain looks like before we hop off. We get into DeFi. If you've ever heard that term before, that's how you use the banking system in the Web3 space without having to use traditional banks like Bank of America or Chase. And last but not least, we go into what the government is currently trying to do and how we can sort of stay safe in this space and stay compliant. So that's what I'll be covering. You can look up our classes on digitalgreenbook.academy. And the event that I talked about that's coming up in March, if you want to join the email list for that, you can scan this QR code. It's literally called Blue Collar to the Blockchain. What happens in this in-person event is hosted in Miami at Miami-Dade College. I'm so grateful for them to be a sponsor for us. Miami-Dade College, Venture Miami, and a few other great sponsors are coming together to help us host a hackathon. If you're not sure what a hackathon is, that's somewhere where people who have zero skills in the tech space, the coding space, the Web3 space can come and learn in person how to get those skills. And during that time, we help you begin building out your resume inside of this space. So if you want to learn how to start getting that resume beefed up so you can qualify for Web3 jobs, please join this mailing list. We'll be sending out email blasts and preparing people to make money inside of this space. Okay, and that's it.
Yeah, y'all. Alana is no joke. She is no joke. I promise y'all, I've been telling her all about y'all's reactions right now. Right now is a very, very high season for Web3 conferences and summits and get together for communities. As you just heard, Monet is literally in the midst of a lot of stuff right now. Alana is no different. Her and I just went live on IG last week while she was literally at a conference and she was holding her phone talking to the tribe. For those of y'all who pulled up for that, appreciate you. But just know I have been blowing her up, just saying, sis, like they want you real bad. So if she can step out and come and answer your questions, I promise you she will. She did the same thing for the tribe last week, just answering some questions. But she is super, 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 super dope. I would encourage you all to join her community. Digital Green Book. Digital Green Book is her community, and she has a co-founder. And the genesis of the name is thinking about the green books that Black people had to carry with them in the age of Jim Crow, right? And in some places even after that, right? To know what safe spaces to go to, right? When they traveled, they wanted to be able to, in our community, right? They wanted to be able to know which hotels can they stop at and sleep at and be okay, right? They wanted to know which gas stations can I stop at, right? Which restaurants can I go to, right? So the Black community, literally on a very, very, very huge scale, we created what is called, oh, I got chills, look that up. We created what is called green books, right? So that we could journey in this landscape, right? And be safe. And so when Alana created Digital Green Book, hear me now, she did this so that the absolute same thing can happen for us in Web3. Yeah. So it was by no coincidence that she was talking about the stone books that are waterproof and indestructible, and you write down what your codes are, you write down what your wallet address is and all of this stuff, and nobody can see it unless they got the lights, right? The special light. It's no coincidence she's telling you how to download the Brave browser and literally have your stuff in a safe place where nobody can track, nobody can access you, nobody can market to you without paying you for that exposure to you. Digital Green Book is literally the infrastructure and community that she's created so that we can navigate these Web3 streets and be safe and know who to pull up with. Okay. So I did blow her up. Again, she is doing her conference thing all around the states. She's been busy. but just in case she cannot hop in, I just want y'all to I want to tell y'all who she is and what she's doing right now. Like, it is no coincidence that the NASDAQ just pulled her and her co-founder into an accelerator. The NASDAQ, if y'all don't know, the NASDAQ is literally the infrastructure that people buy and sell stocks on. The NASDAQ is what that is. And they pulled Digital Green Book into their accelerator because they said, this right here. So remember that name. The world will know her name. And y'all see what she freely gave in over the course of 40 minutes. That's nothing. So join her community. Join the Digital Green Book community, right? We deserve to live in the land of plenty. We deserve to walk down the street, whether it's Web3 streets, right, or little streets, right, and have so many communities for us that are safe, right? So many, education portals that are created by us, for us, in our terms that we can understand, where we can ask questions and feel smart, right, while we asking questions, right? Join her community, please. There is so much more where this came from. This replay is available for 3 whole months, no catch, okay? 3 whole months, no catch. So you can come in and watch the replay over and over again. You can pause the replay as you actually create your MetaMask wallet, right? As you actually download your Brave browser, right? As you actually create your NFT picture on Canva, right? And then load it into OpenSea, which is where she went to actually create and mint. She literally minted her NFT before your eyes, right? So you can leverage this for 3 months because, and I told y'all, some of y'all weren't in the registration general information session. I told y'all every round goes higher, and today's about big founder energy. We got you cleared. We helped you heal. We helped you, really center yourself and unpack some shit that's important, right? But we are founders, right? We are entrepreneurs. And it is incumbent upon us to take up space, because if we build infrastructures that are just as toxic and just as limiting, right, as the ones we had to crawl through, what we doing? Right? It is incumbent upon us to create these spaces. So she's teaching you how to create NFTs. So we ain't sitting here talking about they don't never want to include us. They don't never make NFTs that got Black women on it. Okay, well, she just did with her Black face on it, and look, it's out there, right? It's incumbent upon us to build it. And if we were twice as cold in their infrastructures, where the game was already set against us, how cold do you think you are, good sis, out here where it's your playground? How cold do you think you are out here where you don't have a boss? Man, y'all better do this stuff now. Summer Summit is always intentionally a different pace, right? And so we are intentionally planting things in your mind, okay? We're intentionally planting things in your mind that you can, journal about, right? And mull over during this season of rest and creativity and inspiration, etc., because you need to build it, right? We're not telling you, Alana didn't tell you to hurry up and build it by tomorrow, or you too late. She didn't say that. Like, sis had her jazz playing, baby, and the colors going, honey, and she was clicking. She wasn't rushing. She was clicking and showing you the things. You're not late. Facebook literally changed its name to Meta last year. You're not late. We are literally making sure you move alongside these jokers so that when our 19-year-olds look up in 2 years, they not saying, why they don't never know. It's going to be plenty for them, right? Because we did it. The world will know your names, okay? And so I'm happy that this was helpful. I don't see Alana in here. She conferencing, y'all. Doing the Lord's work, though. Let me tell you, Digital Green Book is off the chain, y'all. Digital Green Book is off of the chain. And you will see, y'all part of this community now, you will see more and more and more and more and more of them. Because we literally building out here. Like, we are literally building out here. Okay. I'm going to show some comments on the stage, and the things that I cannot answer, okay, I won't try to answer, but I would say shoot a DM to D Green Book on Instagram. D Green Book on Instagram. We go slower. Shoot a DM to D Green Book on Instagram. That is her community. Okay. This one is from Sequoia, and she says, "Thank you, Alana, for this. I'm now wondering if I'm using Web3 and others. I'm now wondering if I'm using Web3 and others are still on Web2. How will this affect me and them? Is there any disconnect?" I'm going to read this again because it's a great question. I'm now wondering if I'm using Web3 and others are still on Web2. How will this affect me and them? Is there any disconnect? Great question. Okay. And what I want to pose back to you, think about this, because I won't even tell you how to feel about this. Okay. Think about the businesses that were using Web2, creating Instagram accounts, right? Even while other people weren't creating Instagram accounts, right? This did not hold their community back. It helped push them forward, right? The brand, I got chills as I say it. The brands that you loved because you would pass by them in the mall, you know what I'm saying? They would give you coupons, they would mail it to your house, right? When they made an Instagram, even if you weren't on there yet, they helped usher you into the future, right? And over time, you got a little better at it. And over time, you said, "Oh, there's an email. I can join my. Okay, let me create an email. Let me use the Hotmail, child." Right? They ushered you into a new era, right? And because they did what they did, we now exist comfortably in that space. Okay, so do not be afraid of leaving folks behind. Don't think that you're gonna have survivor's remorse because you playing in the Web3 and you left them behind. You won't. You are literally, you big founder, are literally going to usher your people into this age, much like Alana just did for y'all. Okay. Alana just sat here on a Web2 platform, right? It's not 3D, right? We're not immersed. Like, yeah, we in our decentralized, it's kind of Web3. We're in our decentralized platform, right? Where we create the rules, right? But she just ushered you somewhere. And so she's not holding back by playing in this space, right? She's intentionally ushering you somewhere. And there are things that she's doing today that if you're not there yet, you're not playing in it yet. That's not stopping her from doing it, honey. Honey just minted her NFT, and she said, "I already did a couple of days ago, and I made $200, honey. And if you weren't there, you weren't there. Like, that's fine. We're not mad at her, right? So very, very, very good question. Big founder energy. Definitely do your thing, right? Everything won't be Web3 necessarily, right? But little by little, you'll add things, and you'll help usher people with you. Okay. But still. DM D Green Book, child, right? Like, I am not Alana, okay? She is literally the educator in Web3. But that's just my 2 cents. Okay, we have 8 minutes. We're gonna try to get through as many of these questions as I can. And again, if I can't answer, I won't try. I'll just tell you to DM her. So this one is from Sharon, and she says, "How do you feel about digital notebooks if they're encrypted?" I would say DM Alana on that one, Sharon. I'll repeat it again. How do you feel about digital notebooks if they're encrypted? And I take this to kind of go back to what Alana kept saying about protecting your stuff and privacy, right? And making sure that you're not susceptible, right, to hackers and different things. So encrypted digital notebooks, definitely shoot Alana a DM. I'm absolutely sure she's going to have an opinion about that. Really great question. Next one is from, and again, y'all, because listen, I'm just proud of y'all. Y'all are deeply engaged. Y'all are asking the real questions. Y'all ain't trying to sound like, "Oh, I've been here," right? So keep it locked, okay? We are not done. Like, we will hold your hand. That's what we do, right? So literally after the DJ set, which is coming up at the top of the hour, we're about to get loose real quick. You know how we do. We are going to have a panel discussion called Safety and Belonging in Web3. Safety and Belonging in Web3. And this is because the last thing we want to happen, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm speaking about everybody that partnered with us for the summit and Blaze. The last thing we want to happen is you showing up in Web3 and it being PTSD around all these other spaces you showed up where you were the first Black employee, right? Where you were the first leader in a certain thing. You were the first board member to look like you, right? And you don't feel safe. So we are going to actually educate you about safety and belonging in Web3. You don't have to be the martyr, right? You don't have to die, for everybody else to be okay, right? We're really going to educate you about, stepping into these spaces, right? And feeling safe, feeling well placed, etc. Right? So keep it locked for that. And then right after that, I'm saying this intentionally because I know we're going to, do our thing at a DJ set. The second thing is that right after this panel discussion, there is an entire hour on the schedule for you to come to the stage to pitch your new ideas, right? Because it's processing time. You don't have to build right now, right? Not today, right? But you can talk out these ideas. We can help you, flesh them out in the chat. I can help you flesh them out on the stage, right? But we'll have a whole hour to just put these ideas somewhere and say it aloud, because once you say it, it becomes real. Okay, 5 minutes until we go to the DJ set. So I am going to put another question up here. Love Goddess, what's up, mama? She says, so can your logo be an NFT? Yes. Yes. Easy answer, yes. Literally anything, you decide. It is literally decentralized. There are no, you create all of the rules. That's the beautiful thing about Web3, which is different, right, from Web 2. No algorithms knocking you off or something. You can be whatever you want it to be. But yes, logo, it can be a logo. Kaya Blackstone, what up, girlie? Listen, I got your email and I'm responding back. I just wanted to be very present because I got a lot to say. Kaya asks, could you use utility NFTs to raise money for your business? I got chills. Come on, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. We are cold. We are easily 10 times as good out here. Come on now. You see how fast this progression happens? All we need to know is the game. That's it. Okay. I'm not even finished reading the questions, child. It's a question. Okay. Kaya says, could you use utility NFTs to raise money for your business? What are the tax implications? Okay. So great question. I agree, Janine. Yes, it's a great question. On the first side, yes, you can use utility NFTs to raise money for your business. And you should. Let's break this concept down. We pull the babies together and they doing car washes on the side of the street. Why? Because it's a fundraiser, right? We pull the babies together and they selling t-shirts, right? Why? Because it's a fundraiser, right? That is no different from utility NFTs. The only difference in this is that you are creating some type of digital graphic, right? Which holds the serial number, the unique identifier that gives only that holder access to whatever you're offering them, right? And I say holder because you should think about NFTs as ownership in something. Like that's why Web3 is so different from Web 2. You own it. You don't own your Instagram profile, child, right? But you own an NFT, right? So when I say holder, I mean whoever holds it and has that serial number. If you sold that to somebody else, they are the new holder. So it doesn't have to stick with Casey because I have the NFT. Whoever has it in their wallet, right, which you can sell, you can give it away if you want to, you can pass it down if you want to, right? They have access to that thing. So if you were to create a utility NFT to be part of a community, let's say, Digital Green Book, I'm making this up. Let's say Digital Green Book says the only people that can come into this community are holders of our particular NFT. Right? That is a utility NFT. You bought it not to just look at it and say this is cute in my wallet because you want some utility out of it, some use out of it, right? And they could use that as a fundraiser. They can say we're going to sell 100, we'll open it up, but our purpose is raising money for our business. You decide what the utility is, but yes, you can. Then number 2, what are the tax implications? You can definitely DM this to Alana, but I would say you should talk to a tax professional, right? Because federal laws say some things, state level laws say other things. The thing about Web3 is the government is slow and they haven't caught up yet. They're just now catching up to being able to say, oh, you tracking people's data. Can we not do that? They still don't even understand how, right, to stop it. But Web3 is moving very, very fast and regulations have not caught up with that. So you will see some variation on a state by state level, right, around like what happens with this stuff. There's some very lax state. So like the South, I'm from the South, so no knock, but some of them states, they're not even thinking about it, child. Like they don't know, but some other states like New York might be a little more aggressive. California varies, right? So talk to a tax professional, I would say, but you can still You can see her with chat too, Alana, on D Green Book on Instagram. Let me check the comments and make sure y'all are good. Casey, did you drop the free course link for Web3? The free course link for Web3. What free course link for Web3? I said that. Y'all keep me straight. What free course? Y'all let me know in the comments because I don't know what we're talking about right there. But if I have a free course, I don't think I do. Oh, you're talking about the Google certifications. Yes, I did drop that. That one is not Web3 though. So that one is more coding, right? So what I mean by coding is certain people know how to build apps. Certain people know how to like do cool stuff with data, right? So that is more like data analytics. It's not a Web3 course though. But here, I just dropped in the chat again. Y'all keep me straight. I love y'all. Okay, the DJ set has to start right now. Like right now. But let me put up one more question because I love how engaged. Alana's here. Oh y'all, Alana's here. Alana, you came right when the DJ set supposed to start, friend. But they love you, so I'm gonna have to bring y'all. Alana's here. Okay. Let me talk to T.O. and tell her we need a couple minutes. Okay. Alana, I'm about to bring you on the stage. Do y'all want to talk to Alana? Okay, yeah. Okay. So, Alana, I'm going to bring you on the stage, babe, because, child, listen. Alana's here. It's Casey genuine joy for me. I love her. What's up, Alana?
Oh, hello. Sorry for the delay. I am I'm in Atlanta this weekend at the Microsoft Black Partner Growth Initiative, and by the time I looked at my calendar, I'm like, oh my
God. I know. Listen. I already told them you are busy traveling for all of the Web3 conferences, business conferences, etc. I just wanted to literally let them see your faces, feel your energy. And I think a big question they have, Alana, they're gonna be DMing you on Instagram because they have some questions about a few things. We have to set a DJ set. But a big question that they have for you, I think it was like 13 different people asked this question. They want to know what your Cash App is because they want to bless you. They want to pass around the collection plate and give you an offering because they learned that much.
I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh. It is Digital Green Book altogether. So $sign DIGITALGREENBOOK.
Dope. Thank you, Nicole, for dropping in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna bless her. She's amazing. Alana, you killed it, baby. You killed it. I love you so deep. And I look forward to plenty more partnerships to come. You call it with it, sis.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for putting together this initiative. So many women are able to come together and learn because you've amassed this audience, Casey. So thank you for your efforts too.
Thank you, Mama. Love you so much. Have fun in Atlanta, sis. Do the damn thing out there. Hey. All right, Mama. You too. All right, so we got to see Alana. I told y'all, shawty busy. Okay, her and Monet, honestly. All right, so we're going to the DJ set, and then right after the DJ set, remember this, and listen now, because I want to hear y'all's ideas. Right? We want to hear your ideas. We want to help you manifest this stuff. Safety and belonging in Web3 is a panel discussion right after. Thank you, Nicole. Right after the DJ set, and then we're gonna have this live pitch session, right? But don't think of, you should think about it as a pitch. Just don't be afraid of it. If anybody been in Blaze, you know that. Listen, like I'm all about a random pitch, right? Because y'all got to get comfortable with that. We can do it in safe spaces here, so you can do it out there. I'll see y'all on the other side. DJ set is starting right now. Peace.